Our term paper is titled Effectivity and Usage of Gadgets in an Online Classroom. For the presenters, leader Asea Pastor, the members is Jamaica Fernando, Mary Jane Duco, EJ Lovely Sokim. For the table of contents of Chapter 1, Introduction, Statement of the Problem, Scope and Limitations of the Study, Significance of the Study, and the Definition of Terms.
So to begin with, remote learning through the e-learning system has become a significant and essential requirement due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a public health emergency of great global significance that the World Health Organization proclaimed to be an epidemic in January 2020. Prioritizing distance learning and doing so mostly online is a model change in education. The crowded education will highlight the importance of technology in our daily lives by causing some uncertainty for learners' futures. In spite of the current epidemic that is halting global educational advancement, online learning based on internet services has become more widely available and accessible. The majority of learners are not engaged in online learning due to the limited options for involvement, unpredictable sound and visual quality due to reliance on internet quality, and insufficient technological infrastructure. As a result, the success of e-learning and the outcomes of students' online learning are of significance to institutions in particular and society at large. Additionally, the goal of the study was to explore the factors that affect students' outcome when they participate in online learning. Actually, there has been a huge increase in studies on the factors affecting students' online learning results. Throughout the epidemic, a number of nations supported remote learning through television broadcasts and online resources.
Statement of the problem. Below are the questions that this term paper aims to answer.
Scope and limitation of the study. This study looked at the causal comparative relationship between effectivity and online gadgets usage in online classroom setting among college students. The goal of this study was to determine the usefulness of the technology in distance learning among college students on the three levels: pure mode, gender, and class rank. We used this comparison to see if one teaching style has significantly more successful than the other. Despite its limitations, the study was carried out to provide us with more measurement to determine if the students performs better in one environment than in another. Numerous similarities exist between online and conventional education. Students must still attend class, learn the content, turn in assignments, and participate in group projects, while teachers continue to be responsible for developing curriculums, ensuring instructional quality, responsible to class quiz, motivating students to learn, and grading assignments. Despite these fundamental similarities, the two modalities have great deal in common. Traditionally, classroom instruction has been oriented on the teacher and has required passive learning on the part of the students. But online instruction is frequently centered on the students and involve activity learning.
Greetings everyone. My name is Gila Victoria Sukim, and now we're going to talk about the significant study of our research. And given that technology plays a significant role in education, particularly in college, the findings of this study will be benefit in society as a whole. And schools that implements the suggestive strategy based on that study's findings will thus be better able to instruct and support the students, and the emphasis that should be placed by teachers in the curriculum in order to boost the students' performance using technology, and will be able to recommend it to administrators too. And the study will enable the researcher to explore the crucial facets of educational processes that many other researchers were unable to. So, it is possible to develop a new theory of educational technology. And now, in our RRL, the first one here is the online learning. And in social media is helpful tool for communication and knowledge, claimed by Haves et al. In 2019. And simple educational methods are now possible thanks to advancement in communication technologies. And online instruction is regarded as a dynamic process that includes both students and instructors or teachers. And the educational system is clogged, which raises questions about learners' future and emphasizes how vital technology is to modern life. With the help of online learning, which prioritizes distance education, is primarily through online networks. It is possible to address the pandemic in issue in particular and other challenges generally. Technology is undoubtedly vital to learning. By doing this, we can involve more kids and giving them something to make come to life. And that's all for my part. Let's now go to the next review of related literature.
One of the focuses of our research or our topic is the student engagement. So, student engagement is a broad and complex phenomenon for which there are many definitions grounded in psychological, social, and/or cultural perspectives, according to Frederick's 1994, Wimpeni and Saven-Baden 2013, Zepke and Leach 2010. Review of definitions refer to student engagement as a desired outcome reflective of a student's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors about learning. For example, according to Kahu 2013, he defines that student engagement as an individual psychological state that includes a student's affect, cognition, and behavior. Other definitions focuses primarily on student behavior, suggesting that engagement is the extent to which students are engaging in activities that higher education research has shown to be linked with high quality learning outcomes, according to Cross and Coates 2008, or the quality of effort and involvement in productive learning activities. That's according to Ka 2009. Another is computer-based technology. Computer-based technology has infiltrated many aspects of life and industry, yet rather is little understanding of how it can be used to promote student engagement, a concept receiving strong attention in higher education due to its association with a number of positive academic outcomes. The purpose of this article is to present a critical review of the literature from the past 5 years related to how web conferencing software, blogs, wiki, social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter, and digital games influence student engagement. Another is technology. Electronic gadgets like computers, laptops, smartphones, and tablets have become necessities in the modern world. These aren't simply for fun anymore. In our nation, the education sector currently makes substantial use of them. Even in times of crisis, Filipino children require access to education, underscoring the importance of technology in the classroom. And now for the chapter 3, we will be having this summary of findings, the conclusions, and the references. For the findings and summary, this chapter represents the data and summary of findings from data gathered, conclusion of the whole study, and recommendations. Summary of findings. According to the researchers' findings, the effectivity and usage of gadgets in an online classroom has evolved due to expansion of educational platforms because of COVID-19. As stated from the study indicated above is how wide and broad the technology is being used by the students and how it affects the level of student engagement. Evident as well is the non-privileged students who cannot afford having these gadgets that causes hindrances to go on learning. We preface the findings with a substantive overview of student engagement definitions and indicators, which revealed 3 types of engagement, which are behavioral, emotional, and cognitive, that informed how we classified articles. Our findings suggest that digital games provide the most far-reaching influence across different types of student engagement, followed by web conferencing and Facebook. Findings regarding wikis, blogs, and Twitter are less conclusive and significantly limited in number of studies conducted within the past 5 years. For the conclusions, the study's findings lead us to the conclusion that students perform better academically when they use technology in the classroom. Nowadays, gadgets are a necessity for students. If used properly, gadgets can be innovative and effective learning tools.
The students are very good at using mobile phones. These devices are viewed by students as a pleasant individual possession that is absent of any other devices. Students use gadgets far more frequently than laptops and desktops, computers. This suggests that mobile devices may become an even more significant learning tool in the non too distant future, and a frequently expanded market result that will result and mobile phone technologies can help students learn by following them explore their environment. And also, policymakers and curriculum planners will be aware of many ways mobile phone technology can be used in education to support a variety of learning styles and help implement and design activities. And now, here is our references. You may click that and search for it for your for further research